Tasting like a boss, narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. That'll do it.
Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? I have Rolo Tomasi here. Hey, baby boy. He's our oldest Chihuahua. He's getting up there. I'm a big fan of his. He's not a big fan of me. And that's okay, man. That's okay. We'll see what we can do for as long as we can. You know what? But as old as you are, you're handsome. You're keeping it together. I love you, all right? So today's review is a special one. This is a coffee from a coffee roaster who I have not had before, but I actually got to meet in person. And I will say, guys, and of course, this is going to be a four-way review. We're going to be doing it in the cold brew, doing it in the drip. We're going to be doing it in the espresso, and we're going to be doing it in the nitro press. But I'll say, you know, and I think I might have said this before, these reviews, whether they be coffee or hot sauce, especially hot sauce, probably more than coffee, it's interesting because you get to know people and you hear their stories, and you know, despite where you are in the country, you know a lot of the same people, even by name, and that's pretty cool. So this was a coffee I ran into while I was in New York. We were shopping for some stuff, and they had these little coffee vendors in a shop. And I ran into this guy, really nice, and if you saw the thumbnail, you saw this. Looks like a Coke can, right? It's not a Coke can. This is coffee beans, whole coffee beans. I already pulled the top off. It's almost like a tennis ball thing. Coffee beans in there. And this is from City League Coffee Roasters out of Brooklyn in New York. Now, the cover is designed by the founder's 8-year-old son. And I apologize if I get the son's name wrong. It's O-M-R-I, so I'm going to say Omri? Omri? That's wrong. I apologize. But Omri Ellis is the name. And this whole cover of a watermelon wizard and the magic and New York and all that is done by Omri. And I love this on the side. He's like, oh, he's at the beach scene too. Cool. On the side, he's listing stuff, and he writes, Omri Ellis. He's like, I'm getting some credit for this. Good for you, man. And City League and unblended. Okay, so I do need to get a little bit of the description of what this is because it's different. I've never had watermelon coffee before. So on the back, there's a description here, and I'm going to put a link to City League Coffee down below, but it's cityleaguecoffee.com. So at the top, it says, what an absolute dream this is. I hired and paid my 8-year-old son, Omri, to design and create this special limited release. About 2 years ago, my friends and sourcing partners at Unblended Coffee in Colombia had the idea of doing a collab, kind of, with City League, but more so with my son. It made sense since their tagline is, quote, the future is young, end quote. I'm so proud of him. I love watching him create, and this has been so fun to work on together. That's great. If there's any coffee that encapsulates who we are and what we do, this is the one. I love you, buddy. That's sweet. That's really cool. Now, there's more of a description on the bottom, which is probably more important for our analysis of the flavor, okay? It says, this coffee is produced by the innovative farmer Sebastian Ramirez via Unblended. It's fermented anaerobically with watermelon and fruit glucose, which adds to its special touch. Expect loud watermelon notes, Jolly Rancher candy, and caramel. Get ready for the magic show. So that's pretty neat. Very, very cool. And then, oh, that's cute. There's a little Surgeon General warning, but it's not actually a Surgeon General warning. It's just, you know, it's cute. It talks about wizards and stuff. All right, neat. So we have this. It's going to be a watermelon magic. And so let's get right down into it, okay? We're going to be doing it, as I indicated before, we're going to be doing the cold brew. We're going to be doing it in the drip. We're going to be doing it in espresso. And we're going to be doing nitro press. So it's a four-way review. Now, as I've said before, just because a coffee excels in one and doesn't in another does not mean that coffee is a failure. I have not tasted this coffee, so I do not know. I don't think I did. I think when I was there, I think I tasted something different. I think I liked it. But nonetheless, this is my venture into watermelon coffee. So let's give it a smell first. You can smell the watermelon and the coffee, but you can smell the watermelon. It smells like fresh watermelon. It doesn't smell like Jolly Rancher candy, like sickly, sweet, artificial watermelon. Kind of smells like fresh watermelon. Okay, let's get down to the tasting. Got the cold brew here. The cold brew actually has a little bit of a watermelon scent. tasting like a boss. I mean, yeah, I mean, the watermelon's there. Is it really to the Jolly Rancher level? No, because it's not sickeningly sweet. Tastes like fresh watermelon, not like watermelon juice put in coffee. You might think that sounds gross. That would sound gross. But like that fresh nature. It's really good. I was actually worried it was gonna be sour, with these fruit flavored ones. But this has got this very interesting aspect to it. So the watermelon's very forward. I mean, very forward. It's almost like a watermelon tea, but with some coffee notes. And you might think that sounds gross, but it's not. Like that's really refreshing. Maybe it's because it's the summer and it's hot, but really well done. Well done. Okay, let's move to the drip. So I got the drip here. I've decided to put in the Rourke Enterprises mug. You guys can't see that, but that's a J.D. Robb nor Roberts throwback because of Boss of Boss. Small more coffee notes here. I wouldn't have known it was watermelon, but now that I know it is watermelon, I can smell something on the underlying. Tasting like a boss. Yeah. Okay, well, if you had it, you would want to know what the coffee was, there's no doubt. I'm not sure if I would say it's watermelon right away. I'm trying to think. If I went into this clean, I'd taste something fruity at the end. I'm not sure if I'd say watermelon right away, but now that I know it's watermelon, I can tell that's what it is. And again, it doesn't taste artificial. That's really good. It's very different. Like it justifies the expense, even if you're going to have it in drip. Drip is not my preferred method. Cold brew is, but that's really good. Surprisingly good. They're walking this tightrope here on these fruit coffees. With fruit coffees, you're thinking, is the brightness going to be something that makes it sour, makes it rancid? It doesn't. Take my word for it, it doesn't. That's really, really cool. So I don't exactly know how they did it, but neat. All right, so again, it works as a cold brew and as a drip. Now let's move to the espresso. This is what I worry about most, especially when you come to fruity flavored coffees. Here, I'm smelling caramel notes. I'm not really getting the watermelon too much. Tasting like a boss. Okay, it's not gonna work in espresso. It's not. It creates sour. It borders on rancid. It's not rancid, but it's too sour, too bright. You can tell that the fruit aspects are there, the fruity aspects are there, and it's too much. It overpowers it. So there's really no reason. I've done it, so you don't need to. There's no reason to make it as espresso. So that's never gonna happen again. We're gonna put that to the side. Not rancid, but definitely not something we wanna do. All right, so now we have the nitro press. So we got the cold brew here, which I'm gonna taste in a second right next to the nitro press. I've got it here. And of course, I cold brew this for 24 hours. Then just put in the nitro press beforehand, and here we go. Let's dispense this like a boss, and let's see what happens. I got the cheers mug, and here we go. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Let's do it this way. All right, so you're seeing the color differentiation. It's coming out. It's got the nitro infused. Side by side so you can see it. Here's the original cold brew. Here's a nitro. All that's done is nitro being introduced. You can see the velvety curtains of the nitro falling down. Looks nice. Smells very, it's funny, the nitro kind of releases the scent. It smells very watermelony. Very, very watermelony. All right, tasting like a boss. Oh, that's fresh and good, man. Man, that's good. You actually taste more of the watermelon flavor here. Kind of mute some of the coffee notes. You can taste the watermelon. That's really, really freaking cool, man. Wow. So Omri, to you and Unblended and to your dad, congratulations, man. This is really cool. I love the image in the front. I like the story behind it, but more importantly, just getting down to tasting, it's great. So the way I would say it is this. My preferred method is going to be the nitro press. I think that's really neat, the way it pulls out that watermelon flavor. That's really cool. Watermelon and creamy. You wouldn't think you'd want that, but you know what? Tastes good. And by the way, it doesn't taste like Jolly Rancher. That demeans it. That demeans it. If you say it tastes like candy watermelon, it doesn't. It tastes like fresh watermelon. I think that's harder to pull off, and that's really what they've done here. So nitro press is going to be my preferred method. I give that like an A+. On the cold brew, I give it an A. You know, really pulled off something I've never tried before, so congratulations. On the drip, I'll give it a B. You know, it's still good. But that take that more as me just, you know, not that being my preferred brew method, but, you know, B+. B, nah, I give it a B. So B, A+. But on the espresso, we're going to give it a D. It's not going to taste good in espresso. And you know what? I don't think they ever intended it to be done that way. And now I've had it, it shouldn't be done. So again, if you want a nice cold brew coffee to try, and you want to try some coffee that looks like it's in a Coke can here, well, give them a shot, and I'll put a link down below. And thank you so much. So from Rolo, and myself, the rest of the Chihuahuas, and everybody else, hit like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for your support. Thanks for going on this coffee journey with us. Until next time, Rolo, what do we say? Keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much.